Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Happy Tuesday to you. We have got some guaranteed shard events during CVC that I want to give you some context on and let you know if you should be pulling for them or not. And then we've also got things like Raid teaming up with Prime Gaming. So I will keep you in the loop on all of the news happening right now in Raid Shadow Legends. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so starting tomorrow, November 9th, is when the first drop is going to go live, and they're gonna, I guess you're gonna be able to get a promo code from the website. Now, I don't see it there as of right now. I went to like gaming.amazon.com, and you can see I'm in my account up here in the top right, and I don't see it yet. I don't see like a claim for anything for Raid Shadow Legends, but I'm assuming tomorrow it will be there, and there'll probably be some sort of link that pops up in game that will help you navigate to there. And then, I mean, the rewards are decent. We get 2 different epic champions. We get some energy, some artifacts, some silver, some chicken, some brews, some void potions and stuff like that. So all in all, should be pretty decent as far as rewards are concerned for a gaming drop. And there will be 2 epic champions that are going to be distributed during this promo. The first one is Kunoichi. Now, I don't think this champion is super good. It's cool to have an epic that scales with defense and places weaken on the basic with some AoE damage scaling with defense and a consistent leech. So honestly, could be a pretty good beginner / mid-game champion for like a Faction Wars filler type champion. But I don't see any sort of like top 30, top 40 type of awesome epic that you're going to want to make sure you build on your account. This is more of a filler Faction Wars champion. But the other one in Genbo is definitely more than that. So Genbo is actually a champion I use semi-often, even as an endgame player, because of the super cool passive immune to decrease attack, will ignore unkillable when attacking under an increased attack. This can obviously have a lot of really cool utility when farming the arena, where you can deal with those annoying Skull Crowns and Leorius champions by ignoring the constant unkillable, also the swift parry type stuff. Shenanigans. Genbo is a void champion that will never hit weak. He actually hits decently hard with his nuke ability. He can place a crit rate on himself and crit damage while granting an extra turn, so you can build him with 70% crit rate to get a lot of extra crit damage, and then blast everything down while also decreasing duration of all buffs, and it can't be resisted if he crits, which he will always be doing. So they did a really good job designing him as a champion. He's got a really cool carved out role in the game and does a lot of fun things as a void epic. So it's really cool that they are giving out Genbo as part of the promo with Prime Gaming. I think there's going to be a lot of accounts out there that can benefit greatly by having a Genbo built. I do have a dedicated guide for a Genbo that I'll try to remember to pop up over there. So definitely worth checking that out if you're going to be building a Genbo on your account during this promo with Amazon Prime. And then also, as you can see on the screen, we have got a guaranteed summon event for an epic champion. And then we're also going to have another summon event tomorrow for a void epic. Now, I probably should have covered these in yesterday's video, but it ended up getting kind of pushed until when CVC was live and going over it now that we can actually see it in game. Now, the cool thing about this one here is it's 40 ancients for an epic from a new faction, so could help you in kind of if you're kind of like a lower spend account, could help you start to fill out like a Faction Wars roster for this faction. I don't know, like this is a good champion for an epic. You've got the remove, like the cleanse here on an A1 and scales with HP, and then you get an AoE shield while increasing duration of buffs, and then we get the new mechanic of taunt. So like definitely a decent epic. Probably like a top 40-ish epic. There's probably like 100 epics or so, and this is a better than average epic for sure. I don't know that it really makes sense for anybody to be YOLOing 40 ancients for it. Like it could be like you're double dipping for CVC. I get that. But I'd still, like, for most accounts out there, it's like there's a hard niche for this to hit. Like, so for early and mid game accounts, I would say you're way better off to hold off for a 2x ancients for the long term health of your summoning on your account. And for end game accounts, you're better off to kind of save for either 2x ancients or some sort of guaranteed summon event, like when we did 150 ancients for Lady Kimmy. So I mean, he's a cool epic, and I don't fault you if you decide to pull for him, but as far as a recommendation for the majority of the player base, I would say to probably hold off and not get baited by pulling 40 Ancients for this guy, even though he is a decent epic champion in a new faction. And then tomorrow, there is going to be a 30 Void Shard guaranteed event for White Dryad Naya. Now, this champion's pretty good. This champion is solid as an epic. You get the AoE scaling with defense, decrease speed. You get the remove all debuffs from an ally, then heal them by 40%. And if the target skill is not the champion, decrease the cooldown of their skills. That's on a 3-turn cooldown. And then you get the ally protection and also the strengthen on all allies on a 3-turn cooldown. So you get that nice rotation of default 3-3, and then a passive that's going to be constantly doing heals on everybody else. So, like, a cool champion. The only thing that I would caution you on is this weekend is going to probably be 2x voids. We'll probably find out about that tomorrow or the next day. We'll get confirmation, but 99% if Plarium goes by their normal rotation of shard events, expect 2x voids launching this Friday. So I would personally probably not go for it. Even though White Dryad Naya is a very solid champion, I would probably hold off your voids for 2x voids, and you never know, you might pull White Dryad Naya like during that. So yeah, that's my recommendation for most of you, is to not get baited by the events for these epics. Even though there's nothing wrong with them and they're technically decent epics, I would try to get them the more natural route of pulling shards during the 2x events and during the guaranteed summoning events for legendaries that are impactful. And we did cover this yesterday, but there is going to be different 10Xs as well during CBC. The first one for Mashaled, and then tomorrow is going to be Soulless. We talked about that in yesterday's video, but if you didn't see it, both these champions are really solid. They're both about the same, honestly, in terms of power. Mashaled, maybe a little bit more of like a support account carry, can really change the game for an early game account. And then Soulless is more of like a very specific role in terms of like a defense, scaling, tanky nuker, but both are solid champions. Again, it's the same old story. Like, for most of you out there, it probably makes more sense to be careful and hold off for 2x voids this weekend or different guaranteed events instead of 10x's. There's just a little bit too many champions now for 10x's to be impactful or be a reliable way to acquire a champion. But there's nothing wrong with Mashaled and Soulless. They are definitely very solid. Now, in terms of stuff going on in game, under the tournaments tab, we are going to be having a couple special things going on that we'll cover here on the channel. I'll probably do the Fire Knight one either later today or tomorrow morning, where we'll talk about Demon Spawn Fire Knight teams and champions to use. I'll show you my team, and then I'll talk about other champions to consider when you're putting your team together. And then also the classic arena takedown using only the Corrupted Alliance champions to get the Cold Heart skin. The Corrupted Alliance is going to be the Demon Spawn, Undead, Dark Elves, and Night Revenant. Then for the events, you need to make sure you are focusing on these today, because we have got the Morrigan Fusion stuff wrapping up. I've also got to get a video out here on the channel for a Morrigan showcase, how to build, how to use, and all of that. Probably get that out tomorrow or the next day. We've got the fusion kind of ending, and a lot of people that went for her are going to be getting her soon. So we'll try to get that out pretty soon here on the channel as well. But I also, later on today at about 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. Pacific, we're going to be doing episode 2 of our Content Creator Hangout, where I'm going to invite a bunch of people to come hang out live on stream with the viewers, and we'll talk about the different state of the game in Raid Shadow Legends, and just kind of interact with people and have some fun hanging out for an hour or two, trying to get people together about once a week, just to keep the community in touch and help everybody stay on the same page on how we feel about stuff. So going to be doing that later today. The link is down below to my Twitch if you want to be there to hang out for that. But I'll also try to do a better job of making it like VOD friendly. I got some feedback from the episode 1, and I'll try to do a better job of making it more YouTube VOD friendly when I upload it here on the channel for those of you that can't be there live. I can also check the shop really quick here and see if there's anything super worthy. I mean, this one ends up being decent. If you think 150 multi-battles are worth $1 or $2, this one's decent for spenders on Raid. It's not amazing. I don't see anything here that would be awesome. Yeah, no. Yeah, two of these in the middle are sacreds. Those are going to be brutal value. So yeah, I don't really see anything that's an amazing offer you really want to keep your eyes on. So alrighty, good luck if you are pulling shards during the epic guaranteed events during CVC, and good luck in your CVC match. I'm gonna have to dive in and go hard in my CVC as well. And then also exciting news that we're gonna be getting the Genbo here out to the player base, because I think that's a good option for a damaged viewer, and that will help a lot of accounts out there. So yeah, anyway, as always, remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.